Yemen's rival factions are entrenched, warning if their demands are not met, the UN-backed talks will fail. This man, the UN Special Envoy to Yemen, Martin Griffiths, is trying to stop that happening. To that end, he's come up with a series of proposals. The first calls for fighting to come to an end in Yemen's third largest city, TAIZ, one of the front lines in the war. 200,000 civilians are caught up in the violence there. The UN wants to revive a 2016 peace agreement. The other focuses on Hodeidah, the rebel-controlled seaport where most of Yemen's food and medicine comes in. The UN wants a halt to all military operations, including Saudi-led airstrikes, and for all militia groups to leave.
These are two major population zones in Yemen caught in war. I'm hopeful that we can reach agreements on the de-escalation to reduce the fighting in both places. I'm hoping that we can. We're not there yet.
While warring sides in the Yemen war have been meeting in Sweden, hundreds of Yemenis have been protesting outside the UN headquarters in the capital Sana'a. They're calling for an end to the blockade, which they say is hampering access to vital goods.
We're asking the UN to lift the blockade of Sana'a airport and calling for the international community to have some responsibility towards the suffering of the Yemeni people. Because of this blockade and the inhumane practices of the enemy coalition, which is blocking access for commercial ships carrying fuel to Hodeidah port, your blockade is blocking our access to medicine and food.
Aid is desperately needed in a country which the UN has described as facing the world's worst humanitarian crisis. 20 million people don't have enough food. The UN's humanitarian chief says all sides are making it difficult, in some cases impossible, to get aid to people who need it.
The central problem is that none of the parties are putting the urgent life-saving needs of the people of Yemen high enough up their list of priorities.
Until that changes, it seems difficult to imagine how diplomacy can bring this 3.5-year-long conflict to an end. Victoria Gatenby, Al Jazeera.